Tracy Brown Live. Go to Tracy Brown Live. Go to Tracy Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracy Brown Live. Go to Tracy Brown Live. Go to Tracy Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracy Brown Live. Go to Tracy Brown Live. Go to Tracy Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracy Brown Live. Go to Tracy Brown Live. Go to Tracy Brown Live.
Hey everyone. Thing on here. How do you do this? Like putting on a condom. How do you do this? I actually don't know how to put on a condom. Okay. Alright, condom down. How are you doing? Oh, that looks good. I don't know why I didn't use it in the first place. Oh, let me move this towel. I'm gonna change that picture. I'm gonna change that picture. I'm gonna change that picture. I was gonna change that picture. That's kind of low, right? I'm gonna change that picture. I'm gonna change that picture. That's kind of low, right? I'm gonna change that picture. I'm gonna change that picture. That's kind of low, right? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Put it another way. All right, let's try that. Mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check. All right, it's the best I could do. Let me say hello to everyone. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Mother of Rats. Hi, Chom. Good morning. I'm in a great mood. Grand Rising, Lisa. Grand Rising, Lisa. Had a wonderful sleep last night. That's what I'm talking about. Hi, sweet Carmel. Hi, Angela. Hi, Malika. How are you, sweetie? And Angela Violo. Yes, it's a little low. That's good. Can you hear you, but turn the volume all the way up. It's almost like the mic is far away. Hi, everyone. Y'all gonna have to suffer because y'all gonna have to suffer because let's see. All right. I apologize for the mic being low. I will try to talk as loud as possible. How is everyone doing? Hey, Gourmet. Hey, Beto. It's been a while. Always good health. Good morning. Always. How's everyone doing? How is everyone doing? Okay, thank you, Tom. Mike sounds fine. Hi, Stella. Where you been, girl? Hiya. How you doing? Volume is much better now. Okay, okay, good, good, good. You're good. It's fixed. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. How's everyone doing? Let's get right into it. Let's get right into it. I am so pissed in so many ways at this Wendy. Where's Wendy? First of all, why are we doing Where's Wendy? Why is that the title? Wendy can be found. Kate is nowhere to be found. Wendy can be found. That's the first thing. The second thing is, guess who owns Lifetime? ABC, Disney. Wendy had a 3-part commitment to Lifetime, and they wanted their commitment whether she has brainwaves or not. Where is the conservator? Where was the conservator? And what does the conservative have responsibility over? Does she have responsibility over her money, or does she have responsibility over her person? Now the conservative is suing. How are you suing? Where were you? How did this biopic or whatever, Where's Wendy? It's almost a biopic. Get through these mean streets of New York City and the conservator didn't know? Why wasn't there a petition to say Wendy wants to do this biopic, Judge? I don't understand. I'm so confused. Does Wendy have her faculties or not? Because the way the biopic, Where's Wendy, started out, they're like, oh, we didn't know. We didn't know. But the minute we found out, like, really? Really? You needed a doctor's diagnosis to tell you, Lifetime, that she is not okay? You needed a doctor's diagnosis to tell you in your face that she's drinking too much? You couldn't see that? We saw the bottles in some of the trailers. Where's your responsibility, Lifetime? Where's your reasonably questioning? We think she's drinking too much during the filming, and I'm uncomfortable now. I'm uncomfortable continuing this. Producer, director, person that does the filming. Who took better responsibility? Guys, it's like being on set and somebody gets RA'd in somebody's face. Like, it's like, oh my God. Wendy's not okay. We saw this. I didn't need proof. You needed proof. I didn't need proof. She's not okay. She hasn't been okay. We keep wanting Wendy to come back. Wendy, come back to us, Wendy. Come back. Come back. Sometimes you're just gone. Sometimes a whole nother being steps in and we got to deal with new Wendy. New Wendy. And it's not even about us, the public. It's about her family. It's about her son who did not take care of her. It's about her son that lived off of her money. Seriously. Kelvin Jr., don't try me. It's about knowing when your dad was living dollar lodge with Karina, you went over to your dad's side for a while. It wasn't until you lost your condo at something like $15,000 a month. Did you even call your mom? Hey, I lost my condo. What's happening? Oh, let me come visit you. Let me come visit you. We were there watching her 2020 COVID videos. You never showed up, Kelvin. Planes were still flying, Kelvin Jr. You never showed up. Where were you? We were watching the meltdown during COVID. Debmar Mercury, as you insisted that she do this show, she ain't been okay for years. She ain't been okay since who forced her to have this divorce, first of all? Who forced her? Because I'm going to tell you right now, she would have preferred that Kelvin had spent her money than to get a divorce. That's who Wendy is. I ain't mad at Wendy. Wendy was honest. Wendy said, I love my man. I will kill for my man. Honest. I'm mad at everybody else around her when her man took her out. I'm mad at Wendy gets to boss people around. See, I couldn't. Oh, shoot. I missed this. What did I do? I couldn't. I could not. Like, that could not be my mama. That could be not be my daddy. I'd be like, yo, cut it. Cut it. You don't tell me what to do. I will take you home. But you're not screaming in the backseat of the car. I can't drive this way. So if that's what you think you're going to do, I'm going to take you right back. Mother, father, you think I didn't take care of my parents? You think I didn't have to cut them to the core? I'm like, my mental health cannot take you telling me what to do in the backseat. I will take you home. Listen to me. Y'all don't know this. I kicked my father and his brother out of California. They were making my nerves bad. I was like, you gotta go. Period. We came to visit. They came to visit me for the whole summer, 1 month. I'm surprised they didn't kick him out quicker. My cousin, her dad, their brothers. My cousin called me and she goes, I've never known anybody to kick somebody out of a whole state. I was like, I know, right, Rose? She goes, funniest thing ever. I said, Rose, I didn't have one. I had two. Not one. I had two. Fuck both of them. Out. I brought them their plane tickets and I said, go home. Go home. You're driving me crazy. Now, what you do when you get there, I don't care. Don't call me. Well, what are we supposed to do when we get there? Don't call me. I love you. Goodbye. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I never played with my parents. None of them. Neither one of them. I mean, once I got mature enough to not play with them. In my youth, I was like, yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. When I got old enough, I was like, oh, we're not doing this. We're not doing this. We're not doing this. Don't yell at me in the back seat, in the front seat, and you can't drive anymore? You can't drive. My dad used to be like, I don't know. It was Staten Island, right? We all knew Staten Island like the back of our hands, right? But, when you're younger, you know different routes that nobody else takes. You want to cut through the traffic, right? I'm taking my dad to his doctor's appointment. I'm just cutting through all the little streets. And he goes, I don't know where I am. I was like, you're not supposed to know. You're still on Staten Island, and I'm in control. Relax. And I had a big, burly 6'2" man shut it down. Relax. If I'm going to be your caregiver, the one thing I'm not going to do is kill you. The one thing you are going to do is relax. This is a lot to take care of an elder parent. Who's done it? Who's taking care of an elder parent? It's no joke. Calvin Jr. It's no joke. And don't start me with the elder parent that's lost her damn mind. But you still got to do what you got to do. Because in the long run, it's your character. It's about your character. When you take care of an elder parent, not an elder parent that has hurt you physically in terms of any molestation. I'm not talking about that. So for those of you that have had some physical stuff with their parents, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to people that has had regular upbringings. Maybe their parents were abusive, slapping. I'm talking to those people, not molestation. That's a weird kind of force for someone to take care of an elder parent. Sometimes, in the end, they just got to learn their lessons. In the end, for those type of parents, right? So let's be really clear as to what I'm talking about, because I'm not trying to hurt people that have had real physical abuse. Not that being slapped around isn't real. I'm just trying to make sure I compartmentalize. If you had a regular upbringing, whether or not your mother hit you with a switch or not, or a belt, those are the people that I'm talking to. We should have a manual for looking after older parents because it's hard, especially when they're alpha parents. They still want to remember you like you 10. You have to be like, Ma. I'm grown. Well, you got to make sure that you get here on time. This is not my first rodeo at picking you up at a dialysis. It's not the first time. But you say that every time. Like, oh, you have to check your parents. They want to be forgotten. You have to be like, zip it. Zip it. My favorite is when they go, don't talk to me that way. Woman. I mean, Jesus had to tell his mama, stop. Don't put me in that position. So you zip it. Zip it. I talk to my mama like this. Zip it. Zip it. And please don't act crazy. Please don't wild out while I'm in control of you. And in your mind, you're thinking, I think I'm going to push her down a flight of steps. In your mind. You're like, if I could just push her in front of the train. In your mind. Right? You don't do it, but you're like, it would be so much easier. Zip it. Mother. What is your problem, Dad? Well, I need to go to the doctor on Thursday. I got you. Well, what else? I need some underwears. Yeah, let's get you some underwears. Let's make it a whole day. I'll tell you what. I'll come pick you up. Go to your doctor's on Thursday. Let's say this is Monday. Thursday. Are we in agreement? Mm-hmm. We're in agreement. Tuesday. What's up, Dad? Just making sure we're in agreement about you. Yeah. Yep. I'll pick you up. We're in agreement. Yep. Yep. We're in agreement. And then maybe we can go to the diner. My favorite part is the diner. Mm-hmm. Okay. Gotta go to work. Oh, you're working. I'll see you on Thursday. Wednesday. Yes, Dad. How you doing? I'm good. I'm good, Dad. I just called to say hi. Hi. Oh, you seem a little curt with me. Oh, yeah. You know what? I got another call on the other line. Let me call you back. Hang up. Makisha goes, I love me a diner, don't you? Oh my God, I love me a diner. Yes. Um, Stella. Stella, you got to remind your mama. Where's your other daughter? You might want to call your other daughter. She's busy. Oh, you protect her, but you call my ass. She got kids. Oh, and my one doesn't count? Oh, it's a nightmare. You sound like me and my mom. It's a nightmare. My mom told me once she was still when they want to maintain motherhood. I am still your mother. Oh, okay. Like you don't even have a good answer for that one, right? You're like, all right. In your mind, you're thinking, okay, real mother, see if I make your next doctor's appointment. And then your black ass be right back there at the next dialysis appointment. Your black ass be right back there. You come in to pick me? Yes, yes, I am. Okay, maybe we could go shopping. Oh, we can. Uh-uh. My mom went to rehab. Went to rehab trying to learn to walk again. Oh Lord. I'm just trying to make sure you're doing what needs to be done. Oh Lordy, if I had parents that had to learn to walk all over again, I would be mortified. The way it works, Mom, is you put one foot in front of the other. Don't tell me what to do. Oh, that's not what the physical therapist said. You act like you know everything. I'll be sitting over here, and I'm just gonna watch you struggle. Oh, you got a smart mouth? No, no, ma'am. No, I'll be sitting over here. Oh Lord, we should have gotten a manual for looking after older parents because ain't nobody teaching us what's the right way. No, Makisha, I think the son was flip flopping. Whoever was showcasing the money, the son jumped to either side. Hi, beloved. Taking care of a parent is a big deal. Stella goes, listen, you took care of your mama for 20 years? Oh my God. I had to kick my aunt out of my house. She came to visit my mom. She thought she could control our house. No, ma'am. Her daughter told me she didn't think she would stay 3 weeks. She knew how she was. No, there's a lot of things. I question Wendy's love for her mommy. You guys don't remember? I'm pretty sure I did a video on the mommy issue. She wasn't talking to her mommy for years. Remember, she had a chair reserved for her mommy. Her mommy was there every day. Sometimes her dad would be there, and then her mommy just disappeared. She never mentioned her mommy's name for years, Wendy. And then when she died, remember she had that chair, that empty chair for her, and she started crying. Guys, first of all, did y'all know it's a 4 hour thingamajiggy? 4 hours? It's a 4 hour thingamajiggy. Y'all got 4 hours of your life to give to Wendy. Give me the goddamn Cliff Notes. I'll take Cliff Notes, please. Hi, Wellness. Bunch of users. I feel they wanted the money and taken advantage of her. Me too. Hi, Soul Sister. Are you back yet from, where'd you go? Tahiti? I forget. It sounds like manipulation. According to entity lawyer, Wendy Williams is at a facility in Switzerland. So, now that you brought that up, Switzerland? She's out of the country and that's allowed? They had to bypass all the Alcoholic Anonymous treatments in the US? California is the place to go. They put her in Switzerland. Can I tell you why? I'm going to tell you why. This is ridiculous. Hold on, I got to pull my breasts up. Hold on. Ugh, okay. Okay. They are using up her millions. The conservatorship and Wells Fargo is using up her millions. Now, don't think Wells Fargo cares about Wendy's millions. These people get paid good money to handle these type of accounts. So their salaries are up there. Their salaries are probably like 300, 400,000 because they handle big accounts, $1 million accounts. So you can't handle $1 million accounts and have the clerk get paid minimum wage. No, you pay the clerk. You pay an educated woman. You pay an educated man, right? So their salaries are up there. 300,000, 350,000, yada, yada, boom, boom, boom. So they don't need Wendy's money. Wells Fargo doesn't need Wendy's money. Although if they could steal her money, Wells Fargo would be like, oh, it's not my fault, right? Trust no banks. What they are doing is using up her money. Every dime. That little piece of shit son of hers, Kelvin, you better get to working. You better get a job and you better maybe finish your education because none of your mommy's money is going to be left over. Nope. Now, the one thing I would have done for my son, and this was before he kept flip-flopping, I would have brought him a condo in Florida. I would have put it in his name. I would have brought it free and clear, and all he would have to do is pay the HOA. I probably would have paid the HOA too, until I couldn't. However, I would have left myself some wiggle room for Kelvin. That's what I would have done. I also would have set aside a separate trust for him, but I wouldn't tell him. I would also make sure that my condo that I lived in, if anything were to happen to my son and he gets displaced, he can come live at my condo. Like I would have set some things in place when I could have, not knowing that I would have been losing my mind. I would have just, and she loves her son so much, but I also think she watched her son flip-flop. I think she reached out to her son and he did not come to visit her. Tell me he came to visit her the minute she lost her show. We never saw him. So I think at some point she questioned her son's love for her. That's what I think happened. And after a while, you're like, well, nobody cares about me, so I'm not going to worry about my son and my finances taking care of him. That's what I think happened. Very smart. Oh, thank you, Tyrell. I try to be smart. Trace, how do you feel about niece speaking out because she went to the View? All right. I am side-eyeing the niece. I'm like this. Because when she talks, she's leaving information out. She's double talking. It's almost like she doesn't want to talk until you all see the documentary. Like she could straight up answer some questions, but she doesn't. She says that everybody is trying to make the documentary into conservatorship issues. Make the documentary about how families don't get along. Be honest, little girl. Be honest. Make the documentary about Wendy not trusting your mama, your brother. Y'all forget the brother created his own YouTube channel to talk about Wendy. Y'all forget that? And Denise is just coming out of the blue. And so I don't 100% understand how you could participate in a documentary. Because I wouldn't have participated. Call me righteous, call me whatever you want. I'd have been like, who the fuck are you? Who are you? How you going to do a documentary about my mama, about my auntie? And what do you want me to say? What is it that you want me to say? Because I know y'all will twist things. Like, just a little bit that we saw with China. Just a little bit that we saw with China. Before all of this went down, you mean to tell me not near a family member saw this? Yes, they did see it. Yes, they did challenge her. Wendy told them to kiss her ass. And Wendy went back to New York, come to visit, go back to New York, and didn't answer their calls way before this conservatorship documentary came down. Wendy is a cancer. That's what cancers do. I'm going to go on my show. I'm going to be by myself and nobody call me. Until I want to be called. I'm not saying that no one didn't love her. I'm not saying that. No. We didn't bring up love. We bring up responsibility. But how can you be responsible for an addict who has addicts in their family? It is the worst to try and pin them down. Most addicts die alone, die in the streets, has no family around them. Think about it. No. I'm trying to say before the conservatorship happened. Before. That son was not watching over his mama. Before the conservatorship. But that brings me to another point, everyone. How are you going to have a bank manager? Because now that tells me if I get enough money, I will not have a bank manager. Nope. No one is going to be telling me what to do. Oh, hi. So you have $5 million in your account. Yes. And we'd like to help you sign on to manage your money. No. Now that I see this isn't about conservatorship. This is about a bank screwing you over. So nobody needs to have a portfolio with the bank after this. No. We have experts that could tell you what to do with your stock. And No, I'm going to lose my money to my family before I give it to a bank. Sorry, never again. Not after watching Wendy. No. Oh, Wendy's a Scorpio moon. Oh, Lord. That's why she's so vivacious and so striking and so mean. Mm. Wendy saw none of this coming, right, while she was in her right mind. Exactly. Charm, I listen to me. Wendy used to watch me. There was one time I said to Wendy, "Your husband is poisoning you. He's poisoning you. He's trying to kill you." Right? She took her cup on the show. You ain't trying to kill me, or something like that, she said. And I was like, oh shit. Oh shit. She watches my videos. I wish she also could have gone to a spiritual advisor that she could trust. Mashikia, I don't think Wendy was nice to her family. The reason the bank is in her business is because desperate Calvin is trying to get money through the son. He is closer to his dad. That's why she is sad. Okay, I agree. He has been accused of stealing her money. Yes, but can he steal, or did he just have the right to steal? Can you like steal? Or is it like, ma, I need $5,000. Give me a card. Or if you're anything like me, I gave my son a card. I was like, here, this is a card for emergency. Apparently every day was emergency. Here's a card for an emergency. So maybe he just had a card. And maybe when the bank looked at her account and they were like, your son takes out $10,000 a day. Say something to him. We don't know the whole backstory. Maybe every month they kept looking at her statement and they're like, Miss Ma'am, your son is spending now more than $10,000 a day. Did you say something to him? She could have been like, yeah, I did say something to him, but he don't listen to me. Miss Ma'am, it doesn't work that way. And then the bank financier that has the profile, she got to go back to her manager and she has to be like, well, the son spends $100,000 a year on what? On nothing. $2,000 for sneakers because you know that little boy brought him some $2,000, $5,000 sneakers. You know that. Not $200 sneakers, 5,000. And so the bank is like, I think it's getting out of control. Go back and tell, because y'all aren't thinking. Go back and tell when y'all, I don't mean you. Go back and tell her, at the very least, take the card from him. And maybe what she can do is issue him a monthly check. Banks don't just get to freeze up your account. I'm telling you, it would have been a process. Because when they present it to the judge would have to be like, oh, what? Oh, uh, yeah, shut this account down. Shut it down. I don't know, guys. I don't know. No, the husband's name is Kelvin. His real name is Kelvin. Just cut the card. Soul sister, cut the card off. But they would have to get Wendy's permission to cut the card off. You see what I mean? And so, like father, like son. Yes. Hi, Miss Favell. Hi, sweetie. The son is trifling, like his like her ex, right? Cormet, do you remember that reading? I was like, Wendy, get out. He's poisoning you. Get out. It was so funny. You remember that too, Kiana? Well, Beto, her eyes are a medical condition. That's some thyroid. She says it's Graves' disease, but is Graves' disease connected to your thyroid? So, uh, Charm can tell you hypo. One of them makes your eyes bulge, but with the right medicine, it can go back in, right? So it was just poor medical management, or maybe Wendy not taking care of her health when Kelvin and Sharina was bouncing all over these streets. Maybe it was hard for her to take care of her health and take her pills. And so her eyes started to bulge out again if she wasn't having medicine management, you know? Okay, Graves' disease is connected to thyroid. Yes. Hi, Nene, baby. Yeah, yeah, but we want to respect Wendy, right? And we want to see Wendy at her best. I don't want to see Wendy's real hair if that's something Wendy never wanted to do. I don't want to see her real hair. I don't want to see the management of her real hair. Although I think she does have nice hair, but that's not the point. Like anybody else, she's missing her edges. I don't want to see that. Right. Oh, Charm. Charm. Let's talk. And again, this is for all of you. All your money does not need to be in one bank. Don't do it. I got three. Three. And I don't make money. I got three. And you know what? I had a problem with one of my accounts. And you know what they said to me? And I felt like it was a trick. They were like, "Do you have another bank to transfer the money to?" Because I couldn't access my money because there was some digital glitch or something. And she goes, "There's nothing wrong with your account." And I was like, "Okay." And she goes, "Do you need the money right now?" And I was like, "Yeah, I just want to pay a bill." And she goes, Do you have access to another bank? And if you just transfer the money, then you could take care of your business. We don't see anything on our end, and you could try the account later or tomorrow." And I was like, "Yeah, I can transfer the money. Okay, I'll do it that way." Because sometimes you don't think, like you panic when your bank doesn't respond to you. You're like, "What? It didn't go through. What?" And so you make the phone call and they're like, "No, we really don't see anything, but can you just transfer?" And you're like, "Yeah, I could transfer." Three. And she had millions. Millions. There's no way. No way. No way. All those millions should have been in one damn bank. First of all, a million of it would have been underneath my mattress. First of all, don't get me started. A million of it would have been in my mattress. I don't think karma is the best word to use. All of us will receive a version of karma, right? All of us. But we're also forgetting that karma is good as well. So when something good happens, you don't say karma. It's only when something bad happens that you all say, you going to get your karma. Bitch, you going to get your karma. Because we all have the down of the wheel of fortune. And from what I understand, the downside of Wheel of Fortune can last 7 to 10 years. It is during that time, on your downtime, that God is asking you to learn something. Are you capable of going inside of yourself and learning something? That's why the downside of karma comes through. Because in the upside of karma, you forget God. You do. You forget God. You got money in your bank. You got a man or a woman. You could buy what you want. Y'all don't call on God when it's good, good, good. And I'm not saying you. I'm talking about the people in the back. Y'all don't call on God when it's good, good, good. Y'all have expectations that this is what I'm supposed to get. When it's good and you got a man and you're planning a wedding, y'all don't call on God. Y'all have expectations that you should have enough money to pay for this wedding. Even if God is saying, listen, don't spend $10,000 on a hi Dove on a venue. Don't do it. I'm gonna make it complicated. Y'all fighting God. How I don't have a $10,000 venue? Like what happened? Because maybe God wants you to go lower, but you can't see that when you're happy, when you got money rolling. I'm just saying, everything's not karma. It can't be. It can't be. Everything can't be karma because we're all gonna get karma. I just wait for good karma to show up. But while I'm in my bad karma, I'm like, all right, this is bad. This feels horrible, God. I don't like this. What do you want me to learn? Every time God makes me quiet, you know what I say to God? What am I supposed to be getting out of this? Tell me. And let me receive the message quickly because this feels horrible. What's my lesson? And at some point, sometimes God don't answer you. And so you could be in your lesson 2 to 5 years. And God just wants you to be disciplined in the downside of karma. But when karma turns up, turn it up. You're like, travel. Where you going? Anywhere. Good karma done walked in, child. I learned my lesson. I apologize to people that I hurt. I had conversations with God about my character. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I know. That's so true. You know what? It used to be 500,000. Not that it makes a difference. During COVID, it was reduced. Yeah. It used to be 500,000. All right. Amen. Preach, Tracy. Thank you. Yes, I have been studying zodiacal releasing. Oh, I'd love to know what that is. Woo! Is that karma shadow work? I can never not thank God. Well, soul sister, when you have been walking the walk, right? When you're really spiritual, really, that means when the downside comes, you don't see it as a beating. You understand it from a spiritual perspective. Like, it's just something different that happens when your downside comes. And you still get through it, right? Like, I didn't have a car for 2 years, 2.5 years, I think. I don't remember now. And I kept talking to God, and I was like, I just want a little car. I'm not asking for much, but do you hear me, God? Do you hear me? And then I thought about it the last minute. I said, God,
if I get a car, I wanted to have a big butt. I decided I didn't want a little car because if I need to go to Home Depot, I don't want to have to depend upon others. I just want to be able to take a chair and put it in my car and be okay. A big butt car came to me, a 2002. And I had to be like, thank you, God. And then I remember I couldn't pay for it. And I put out my feelers to my people. I was like, I can't pay for this car. And my people are like, you guys, not the one in the back, the one like right here. My people were like, girl, if you don't go get that cheap car, and I got it, thanks to my people. You know, that's good karma. Like, even though I couldn't afford the 750, I have to see when good karma shows up because that then becomes a lesson. What am I learning in this experience? The fact that I didn't have a car for 2.5 years, walking in the sun, child. Y'all don't remember the different shades of blue black I was turning? Y'all, at least now I'm even colored, right? Y'all don't remember? You don't remember the heat rash I got on my chest? And my chest was as black as this top. It was a nightmare, right? You remember, right? So in the 2.5 years of God burning me in the sun, I felt like I was in Jerusalem, 40 years in the desert. 40 years in the goddamn desert. And I'd be sitting, trying to hide myself in the sun, and I'd be like, oh my God, what am I doing here? Why am I here? What is happening? Like y'all didn't see the ugly. And then 2.5 years later, what did God show me? That my people cared. That could have been the lesson the whole time. That could have been my lesson the whole time because God wanted to see if He made me suffer, would I give up on doing my job and helping those out there in the universe? Now I'm talking to the people in the back. Come to the front. Would I be willing to help those out there if God slammed me with heat? And I never stopped doing my job. That is the one thing I will always be proud of. I just came on and go, I'm blacker than black. I'm blackety, blue black. And then I got this heat rash. And remember, y'all were like, get some suntan. Get the black version of suntan. And I was like, I don't know what to do. I wasn't listening to y'all. I was just crying. For 2.5 years, God wanted to see would I be willing to do my job, no matter how much He slammed me. The devil can't get to me. No. Not when I got God. I'm going to make her walk, God. I'm going to make her walk. All right. Well, it's good to make her walk. She's still going to come back and do her job on YouTube and save somebody. She's still going to do her job. And when all was said and done, I got paid back. And it may not look like a lot to you. It was everything to me. Everything. So I'm sorry, Wendy. Where's your charitable essence? Where has it been? You don't have to tell me. I'm just saying maybe I'm missing something. I'm sure she was charitable, but I also know she's the type of person to be suspicious of people. Oh, thank you, Makisha. I need to go pray. You are preaching to me today. Thank you for this word you're speaking. You're quite welcome. Baby, you better preach, Miss Tracy. Thank you, Bree. Other benefits from all that walking is the past 2.5 years getting necessary download. Now, you did not justify that walking by getting downloads from the sun. This is the sun. This is me. It was hell. It was hell. I remember Ra was kissing you real good, wasn't? I was like, Ra is the what is the difference between the two? One is money, and one is like you were walking and walking. Yes, very good karma. Thanks, Tracy. Never thought of it that way. We got to take Fannie Willis. Wendy should have had 6 months worth of cash in the safe. Yes. Yes. I could never not thank God. And what I used to say when I got home was, thank you, God. I'd be like, God, I got my food. I wish y'all could have seen it. My neighbors can tell you. I walked around with the little Chinese cart. You know the carts the little old Chinese lady be carrying? I walked around with my Chinese cart. Sorry, I know that's racist. And I was the butt of jokes on the island. I was the butt of jokes. This is true, Tracy. Thanks, Goldie. She couldn't liquidate her stocks and investments like those weren't all through Wells Fargo, who was handling her money. I agree, Charm. I agree, but you know what? Maybe Wendy never managed her money. Maybe her husband did. Wendy probably had money in her purses and under her wigs. All right, guys. I just wanted to have a conversation. I got a reading in 15 minutes. Miss Tracy, in your readings, honey, I'm trying to save you from XYZ. I don't want you to get hurt. I have to go through some other shit. That's what I be saying in my readings. I'm trying to save you. Mm-mm. When I tell you to drop that nig, drop that nig. When I tell you that nigga ain't shit, that nigga ain't shit. Let me tell you something. I had a reading with the guy the other day. I said to him, I said, honey chow, honey chow. I didn't say it like that. I said, if you go back to that woman, she gonna kill you. He said, oh, my family members keep saying that. I said, listen to your family members. I'm that family. I'm only reading the cards. She gonna take you out. Leave her be. They had already been separated. And she was trying to come back in, and I was like, don't do it. Don't do it. Aw, I love that, Miss Favell. All right, guys, I'm going to get going. I'm just going to mention, as like the precursor to the next video, Portia got divorced. She's getting a divorce. She's trying to save her ass from the FBI and immigration fraud. Didn't I say that in my last reading? Didn't I say she's all up in this mix? Let me tell you something. Portia knew all along. Portia wanted to enjoy this man's money while he was milking the U.S. government. Portia knew that money wasn't legal. How you not going to ask your husband where your money's coming from? At least the hot dog man's money was honest. Portia got a storyline. Bree, it's all over the papers. You ain't see. It's all over the social media papers. Girl, you better check Hollywood Unlock. No, I think it's more about getting caught up in immigration fraud. I think there she could get in trouble for immigration fraud. So I think she's trying to step out and save herself. I think she called Bravo and said to Bravo, "Hey, I want to come back. Hey, da 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 da." I don't think that I think Bravo wanted her back so badly that they created a deal with her. I think that a background check was done on him as a standard thing now. They do a background check on the employee and the employee's spouse. And when they did the background check on the employee's spouse, Gubadia, which by the way, that's not even her last name. Gubadia is not her last name. That's his new made up name. How you go back to Africa and you can't find the name Gubadia? Hi, Mother Gubadia. That is not my name, child. What's your name? Wait, what? Where'd you get Gubadia from? It's a long story. Miss, what? What's the name? Africans don't get mad at me. I just couldn't in the heat of the moment. I couldn't think of a good African last name, and so I didn't want to like make up a bad African last name. So I just figured if I made up some African sounds, it would be less offensive. Not the click. Don't be mad at me, Africans. I'm kidding. It's all comedy, in my opinion, allegedly. Don't send no voodoo shit my way. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's a joke. It's a joke. I just feel safe. You're safe with me. The clicking. Ooh, she had to turn state's evidence. Ooh. Not the clicks. There's some African right now watching me going, Tracy's not right. All right. Portia plays dumb blonde, but let me tell you something. You know who deals with dumb blondes the best? The FBI and Immigration Services. Let me tell you something. They love the dumb ones. Mm-hmm. And let me tell you something else. He put himself on blast. He was safer before, but he put himself on blast by coming on a reality show. The one thing the FBI loves, federal loves, is reality people. They're so transparent. They're like, okay, get a team on him and her. Portia knows they already questioned her, and she right away went to Bravo. Hey, do you want me back? Bravo ate it hook, line, and sinker. She signed that contract where Bravo can't back out. Lo and behold, they had to do a background. Oh, we got to do a back. Oh, go ahead, do a background check. We ain't got nothing to hide. None of us got nothing to hide. Mm-mm-mm-mm. We ain't got nothing to hide. That's Portia. Mm-hmm. I'm back. And now she's getting a divorce. Well, I hope she did turn state's evidence. Because that money that you and your daughter was enjoying was on the backs of a crook that was stealing money from America. You want me to get ugly? You want me to get ugly, Portia? Y'all stole money from Americans. Oh, so good. We'll see you come back on Real Housewives of Atlanta. We'll watch you, you thief. All right, I'm over it. Yeah, Kenya took 5 years to get her divorce. Simon was thirsty for fame. Yes, the clicking. Hmm. Oh, Purple Passion goes, but Tracy, Diddy did it. See, now you done brought up Diddy's name. Now Diddy's gonna come back in the YouTube fold. Dag. After that wedding, I knew. You know what? After the second wedding, after the second wedding, I was like, they spending money like money's disappearing. You know what I mean? It wasn't like I'm so wealthy money. It was like, let me spend this money. Let me show people what money's like because this money ain't going to be here long because she already knew she was with a scammer. Hmm. Oh, you're welcome, Makisha. Makisha goes, thank you. Love the live. You're so welcome. All right, guys, let's get up out of here. Thank you. You know what also didn't look good? Their pictures. She, you know, when Portia loves, she loves hard, right? Because she's a Cancer, right? So her body would be melded into her partner. Mm-mm. And to be honest with you, I think I did this, but I got to go back and find all my Portia videos now. I honestly believe the first boyfriend, I believe he was in cahoots with Portia. I don't know. I didn't quite believe everything. I believe he was in cahoots with Portia. I believe Fallon was in cahoots somehow. I believe they all came up with a plan, but Fallon wound up getting the beating because the public really beat Fallon up. So Fallon really had to turn away from everybody. But I believe this was a whole plan to keep a storyline. Then she wound up with her own show. And I think that fight with the hot dog guy was more like Fallon, Portia, you tricked me. You lied to me, and I can't bring it out in the open, or else I'm the one that's going to still look stupid because I still love you, and you convinced me that this was just a storyline. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot going on here. He should have stayed off Bravo. Now we got all the alphabet boys looking for him, right? FBI, CIA. I don't know what immigration's alphabet is, right? Purple Passion. Yeah, the hot dog man. Not only did the hot dog man know, all Africans know each other. And I don't mean it that way, but you know, like, you always be like, oh, yeah, I know him. Hmm. Like, they know. They get to inner circle when they come here. They know. She left him, remember? She left the Nigerian or African. I don't know what he was. You know what I mean? Bullseye. Thank you. But I did like me that hot dog man. He made good money off of hot dogs. And you know what? Remember the hot dogs man's mother? Oh, remember? She did not like Portia Child from jump. She could not tolerate Portia. I wonder how that's working out. Because, all right, I'm out of here. I I do love me a nice Nigerian wedding. I be on YouTube and I be watching the way they come in and they dance. I like Nigerian weddings. They're so cool, and they're barefoot most of the times in beautiful gowns, and they're barefoot, and they have like 10 women on one side and 10 women on the other. Sometimes they got 10 women and 10 men, and the wife is in the back with her bouquet. I like that kind of stuff. I like Nigerian weddings. They're so much fun. All right, guys, let me get up out of here. I got 2 minutes to do my next reading, and then I have an event to go to. So that's nice to do an event, although I don't have my car. And so I'm dependent upon my neighbor who just told me that after I made an appointment with him to take me, that he may not be able to take me. Give me my car back. God, give me my car back. Because that's why you have your own. You have your own, so you don't have this problem. The floor be full of cash at those weddings. Seriously. Well, at those weddings, and then I went to a Puerto Rican. I don't know if it's Puerto Rican or Colombian, one of those Hispanic cultures. I I have never seen this before, but indigenous people be doing some shit with money. So the bride walks after you buy the gifts. The bride walks from table to table, and you pin money on the gown. Ain't nobody touching my gown. Don't touch. Why don't you pin money on my man's tuxedo? But that shit is rented, right? My gown is brought, but you can't mess up his tuxedo because it's rented. Well, buy your tuxedo and let them stick money on you. Because no matter how you slice it, when they stick money on me, my husband's going to take it off and he's going to claim all the money. So let's do it this way. Buy me a present and keep your money in your pockets. I'm not coming from table to table looking for no damn dollar bills. I'm not a prostitute. Not that I'm saying culturally it's a culture thing. I'm not saying that. A lot of Spanish people go table to table and they pin money. No. Also, Nigerians, don't be throwing money up in the air. I don't like, but that's just me. I don't like that. Don't, oh, money. Can I please have a simple wedding where I look good and y'all eat well? Where was that back in the day? How did it turn into, okay, I'm done. I done insulted too many cultures at this point. Yeah, but they must have big penises. They must have big penises. I gotta go, guys. That makes up for it, child. I gotta go. I love you guys. Take it easy. Call me for your own personal reading. 213-458-7408. If anybody wants to be a part of the Nickelodeon documentary on Dan Schneider, we're having a Zoom party on March 17th. Contact me. I love you guys. Take it easy. Bye.
Gals and guys, go to Tracy Brown Live. Go to Tracy Brown Live. Go to Tracy Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracy Brown Live. Go to Tracy Brown Live. Go to Tracy Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracy Brown Live. Go to Tracy Brown Live. Go to Tracy Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracy Brown Live. Go to Tracy Brown Live. Go to Tracy Brown Live.
Oh, sorry, guys.